And welcome back to the Sangin podcast. With us today, we have Lone Motsomi. She's a content creator, and briefly, she's going to introduce herself to you so that you can know her more. So, today with you, you have Doreen. I'm going to be co hosting this podcast just by myself. Um, for our podcast today, our guest, could you please introduce yourself to those who may not know you?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lone Motsomi, and I was born and raised in Botswana, in the capital city of Gaborone. And currently, I'm based in China, and I'm pursuing my master's in dance production and choreography.
Wow.
That's
May I ask, which city are you right now?
right now. I'm in Nanjing.
And how long have you been here? Is it your first time or?
I've been in China for. Wait, can I please count?
Yes, take your time. You can count.
I think 8 months. Wait,
You just
September,
new.
October, January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, 8 months actually.
So you just came recently.
Yes, I came
Oh
last year
my God.
September.
I swear to God, your content gives me vibes like you've been here for a while. It's like you know your way throughout. Like, I was like, wow, you're such a great dancer, by the way. Like,
Aw, thank you so much. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
can you
And
like yeah, can
that's
you give
that's
us
that's the
mm,
professional side about me. And I like to describe myself as a work of art in progress because um I like just to start myself with creativity because I'm a dancer, I'm into theater, I'm into film, I'm a stunt performer, and I like to dance. And content creating allows me to surround myself with those aspects of my hobbies. I think so. Yeah,
so what would you say is your inspiration behind your content? I-
self awareness. Self awareness is the biggest inspiration because it took me a while to know who I am. I am still learning who I am, but how I got here, there was a lot of roller coasters of unlearning and learning a lot of things. And to when people say get to know yourself, it's not like a surface thing. It's deeper because you need
True,
to know
true,
your
true.
triggers. You need to know what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Is this personality is really you, or is it a coping mechanism? Like there's a lot of aspect that builds an individual. So self-awareness is something that I have always been I don't want to say passionate about, but life just made me be so self-conscious, and it almost became a negative thing because when you're too self-conscious and too aware of yourself, sometimes it becomes a negative thing because
Yeah.
you're always criticizing yourself and never seeing the greatness in you. So it came to a point where I was like, you know what, this self-awareness is actually a gift because it came with a lot of being sensitive and being wondering why am I like this, why that. But those things, as soon as I get an answer, I realize it's actually a powerful thing that I'm actually like this, not asking myself why am I not like that person, you know? Because most of the time the surface level of life or of making through life, it's always about can I fit in, can I make it to that job, can I be friends with that person, can I
Yeah.
but what can you do for yourself if you don't fit? What if you don't fit in anywhere else? What can you do in the meantime? But yeah, I think that's my inspiration. I don't want to call it inspiration at the same time, but that's the drive where everything comes from. It's just self awareness, just knowing who you are over and over and over and over again because you're all you got at the end of the day.
True. Would you say that with the current like with how society is with social media and everything, do you think social media plays a role to young people being more self-aware, or it makes them lose self-esteem? Like in themselves?
There's two ways to this, and I would say it's a positive and a negative influence,
Okay.
especially now because everything is fast paced. Life is moving at a very high speed. Like
Yeah.
nothing, you can never know if you're watching a real person, a real content, real life, real whatever. So I'll start with the positive side, which is connecting with other people, especially if you are an isolated person or a person that doesn't like fit in into society, into real life society. Some people do find connection through like online. There's community, there's support. There's so many, especially on Facebook. There's so many communities that I've seen. For example, a runners club, a mindfulness club, or a mother's club, or a boys club, or those things. They bring people together.
Yeah.
Not Yeah. So that's the positive side of social media, and also it raises awareness of a lot of things. If issues are happening around the world, like the war that just happened with the Palestinians, and the Congo issue, like all those things, it's awareness of a lot of things that is happening around us. It just brings awareness. Even mental health, it does bring people to an awareness that, hey, actually, I saw a person that just posted the issue about probably having IBS. I have those symptoms. Maybe let me go to the hospital and check up on myself. You know what I mean? Such
Yeah.
things. Sometimes when you are having a symptoms, or not aware that it's actually a negative symptom on your body, to take up a phone and say, hey, I'm having diarrhea every day, it's not like a common thing. But when you're scrolling, minding your own business, and someone posts a vlog of them taking lemon water in the morning, and then they say this actually helps me with my IBS. Oh, what is IBS? Like, it gives more people awareness of a lot of things. I'm just giving a a random example.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, connecting, community support, and raising awareness with issues around the world. That's the positive side that social media and content creating has brought us, to the good side to us. And then with the negative side would be obviously the comparing of your life with another person, feeling inadequate, and always looking for validation. And sometimes when you post frequently, there are moments where the post does well, sometimes it doesn't do well. Sometimes you create that anxiety, like, why is not people liking me? This
Yeah.
is something, da, 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 da. There's also cyberbullying as well on social media, comment sections, when you go through people's comments, and also just negative content that is just always going throughout the day. Because once you wake up in the morning, you hold your phone before you go to bed. That's the first thing. That's the last thing, rather, you're using. So in between, whether you're a student, whether you're a business person, in between, there's content always flowing through your phone. So that needs self-awareness, that needs setting boundaries, that needs limiting your screen time, that needs following content creators or accounts that are only associated with promoting positivity and well-being and self-care,
Yeah.
and connecting, and also can also promote offline connections. And like, if you've seen a post online saying there's a park outside, we're going to host a dance show, come chill with us. So it's you saw that thing online, yet you're going to create an offline connection out of the social media world. So
Sure. Yeah.
it
Makes
all
sense.
comes to that I have self-awareness. It's good and it's not good, but I have set boundaries for myself. I have limited screens. I have accounts that empower me and not overwhelm me. So those are the pros and cons of social media. But I would say it has played a very big role in our lives, especially in our mental health. That's I want to go back to where it comes to setting boundaries and knowing yourself, and just allowing yourself to put your phone down and just connect with yourself.
I feel
Yeah.
like setting boundaries is really important, not just when it comes to your phone or social media. Because if you don't set boundaries, even with people that are around you, they may overstep. Like they may not know their limit, and they
Yeah.
can sometimes get to do things that are disrespectful to you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, you mentioned mental health, and I get to realize that most of your content is based off on mental health. Do you think content creation can play a role when it comes to mental health?
The question is, can content creating play a role in mental health?
Yes, does content creation have to, does it have a role when it comes to mental health? Because
It does.
you're a
It
content
does.
creator, and you like most of your content is based off on self-awareness, mental health. How does your content,
Sorry about that. Yeah.
yeah, do you think that the content has a role when it comes to content creation has a role when it comes to mental health, whether negatively or positively?
Yeah. I thought that was the question that you asked before.
Yeah, actually, me asking you this question right now makes me realize she just answered my questions. Like,
It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, it does. It does play a very, very huge role with our mental health. Um, First of all, content on our phone spikes dopamine. And dopamine is a short, it's a short-lived excitement or good feeling hormone in our body. And it goes and it goes up. It goes and it goes up. It goes and it goes up. And being constantly on our phone, it doesn't it unstabilizes our hormones, because now that dopamine keeps going up and down because of our phones. So that affects our mental health. That affects of how we view a lot of things, and not even appreciating the present moment because of always being on our phones. That's just to top on what I just spoke about, the negatives and the positive side of mental health. But yeah, it does play a big role. It does play a big role.
like earlier I mentioned how good of a dancer you are. For how long have you been doing this, like the dancing and all that? Did you just begin when you came here, or you were doing it like?
No. I started dancing when I was little. Like, I can't even remember. That's how long I've been dancing. But people that helped me to remember how long I've been dancing was my family members and family friends. Sometimes when they see me as old as I am, they would be like, "Lone, you still dance? You know, you used to dance at weddings and parties when you were this small." I'm like, "Wow, clearly I've been the entertainer of the family."
Yeah.
But on the real though, I've been dancing since I was a kid, like probably 7.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
Professionally, I have been dancing since 2012. That's when I entered a dance company that taught me professional dance, because before then I was a hip hop freestyle girl.
Mhm.
Then I went for these auditions and I joined a company, and I've been with that company for almost 13 years, 14 years. Then I left, then I started becoming a freelancer, and I ventured into film. But technically, I've been dancing my entire life, because that's what I do now, and that's what I'm pursuing right now in China as my master's.
So, what other key aspects of life are you passionate about sharing? And would you want the world to know your perspective on it?
I think since I'm in so much into the self-awareness and self-development, this holistic well-being aspect of life, I realized that spirituality plays a very, very big role in self knowing of yourself.
Yeah.
Spirituality, culture, and tradition. These things, they go hand in hand with your with individual with discovering who you are. And I know spirituality goes deeper than what we think as it as is. Yeah, yeah. We think we see it as as a basis of everything, but it goes deeper than that. So that was one of the things that I like to share with people, to say, connecting with yourself and connecting with who you really are. Spirituality plays a big role in everything, because that's the thing that shapes your beliefs. It shapes your philosophy about life. It takes you back to your tradition and your culture.
Yeah.
And I know, as Black people and African people, we were colonized and the Bible was brought to us, and it kind of like wiped a lot of information that gives us so much identity. So right now, when we reference to self-worth, when we reference to self, knowing of self, when we reference to this and this and that, it's always on the Western side of things. But I feel like spirituality, if we dissect it and break it down to the core, you're going to realize that it plays a big role on our self-improvement and self-awareness, because there's a lot of issues underlying our childhood, how we were raised, how we encountered life and all that, and shaped our beliefs. Because what we believe, who you are right now, is what you believe,
True.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Your beliefs have shaped you to become the person that you are right now. Either you believe in God, either you believe in the ancestors, either you believe in the universe, whether you believe in whatever, it shapes who you are. And I know spirituality is like it's a thin layer between all these religions, but it's all one. But we just need to identify where yours originates from. That's when you be able to come out as a being that you want to be, fully aware of who you are and your roots. The other aspect that I'm so passionate about is the bigger concept of content creating, because content creating is not only on our phones or on our YouTubes or on our laptops, whatever. I think content is just the sharing of information and knowledge and awareness. So that
Oh,
goes to theaters and movies that we watch. I'm into film and I'm into theater as well. So that is a content creating on bigger screens. Theaters, it's like plays and history and not abstract of work. Even the movies that we watch, they play a very big role on shaping who we are.
yeah.
Yeah, that's those are the other key aspects that I'm passionate about. Yeah.
Talking about our history, what would you say is your opinion on woman empowerment and feminism?
Oh, this. I was actually sharing this with my friend earlier. Like, this topic is really, it is very sensitive topic for a lot of people in different ways.
Yeah.
But personally, I really, really, really advocate for human rights and equal rights, equal opportunities, equal responsibilities, and equal resources. That way, women can participate in anything that they want, anything that they desire, fully. Like participation of women. I mean, women participation fully in all aspects of society. Because there's a saying in my country that says, like I think it has to do with a child, but if it's a girl child, the nation builds a girl child, because she's
True.
the one that's going to cultivate the core roots of a lot of things before before a man takes over, to be quite honest. For you
Yeah.
to have anything, the woman needs to start off that foundation. Like, either it's a family or whatever you're trying to build, you need to start with a woman. But generally, like I said, I do believe in equal rights and opportunities and resources regardless of who you are, and regardless of your age, regardless of your color, regardless of your race, and regardless of your gender. And both women empowerment and feminism are important movements that can aim to create inclusive into our world.
Talking about equal rights, some time back, me and my friend were having a conversation, and we're talking about like equal rights for women and men. So he asked me, so if you're saying this, does it mean that everything is supposed to be 50-50? Like, because some people go into relationships with a mindset of, oh, the guy has to contribute 50, the guy has to contribute 100%, the guy has to contribute 70. So when it comes to that, like, do the human rights also have to be equal? Do we have to contribute 50-50, or it actually depends on an individual or relationship, or percentages do not matter? What do you think?
I think I don't think we need to put numbers into it, because if you put statistics into it, it becomes,
Mm,
I don't think it's going to be, I don't want to say fair, but I don't think it will be realistic,
yeah,
because every bring your 100%, bring your 100%, I'll bring out my 100%, and then we'll
yeah,
share that. I think
yeah,
that's how it should be. This thing of halves, quarters, half a quarter, half a nah, it won't be
yeah,
fair, because we have different qualities, different strengths, different
yeah,
aspects of about ourselves as individuals. Even as women, we're different. We cannot be the same. So women offer us something, men women offer the world something, man offers the world something. But I just say, bring your 100%, I'll bring my 100%.
100%.
Where I lack, you take over. Where you lack, I
Yeah,
take over.
yeah. Wow. I love your answer. So what would be your advice to the youth watching right now?
Um, I, I think there's problem with network. Were you saying?
Um, um,
Um,
can you get me now? Oh, yeah. Let
I
me
can hear you,
check.
but it's kind of like breaking a little bit.
I don't know. I was saying, what would your advice be to the youth watching right now?
Mm, mm.
Mm,
I would say, be yourself. Be
yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
Know yourself. Love yourself. There is no one. There is literally no one that has what you have. There's no one that can copy what you have. There's no one that can copy who you are. Love yourself, be yourself. I think that's the most important thing. I know someone listening to this like, yeah, Lorna, because you're into self-love, whatever. But on the real though, on the real, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, there is nothing that's gonna separate you from anything else but being yourself. Like, your power lies there. Anything that you do. So I would say, love yourself, protect yourself. That's the
um,
only person. Literally the only person that you're gonna stick with through thick and thin. People are gonna
true,
leave. People are gonna come. Companies are gonna hire you. Companies are gonna fire you. Your business is gonna go up. Your business is gonna go down. You're gonna get married. You're gonna get divorced. You're gonna get a boyfriend. You're gonna get dumped. Like, people come and go. Things go. Like, but if you don't put yourself first and love yourself and know who you are, I don't think nothing beats that feeling of loving yourself regardless of what's going on around you. And
true.
actually when you tap into that energy of knowing who you are, things become
Easy.
like easy, and
Yeah,
things literally fall on your lap, because you don't chase anything.
yeah,
Things come to you. You attract easily. You
true.
attract easily. Your people come to you. Even when you're creating content, for example, I used to worry about this niche, pick a niche so that you can
Yeah.
have audience. Right now, whether I have one follower, whether I have two followers, whether I have one like, it all comes down to um enjoying what I'm doing. I'm not creating it for a specific audience. I'm creating it for people, and my people will come to me. My people will watch, my people will follow. Even friends, even family, and whatever. Whoever is meant to be in your life will stay because you know who you are. You
True.
don't change. You're not like a chameleon where you change for people, you change for situation, change for a job, change for environment, change whatever. Stay true to yourself.
Wow.
That's
So, as we wrap up the episode, what makes you a proud African, and can you tell us more about Botswana?
what makes me proud is unity and humanity in my country. Like, I've traveled a lot, and one thing that every time when I think about home is that the togetherness that we have. When people ask me what's special about Botswana, I know people like will be like there's tourism, this, that, but my country is such a shy country. I don't know if that's that's a thing, but I like to describe my country as it's shy people,
Mm,
slow our development. Everything is just steady. It's a negative thing and a positive thing at the same time. But our
mm,
slowness and our steadiness in everything that we do has made us to become like really, really tight. Um, Around the world, there's so much fast life, fast everything is just fast. Everyone is chasing that dreams, chasing that business, chasing da 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 da. It's like
yeah.
so home. I don't know about the whole of Africa, but home has that unity and where you greet in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, you greet your neighbor, you say hello to everyone that you meet. I love that about my country. And about Africa, I just love the diversity that we have in our cultures. Oh, Africa is so rich, guys. Africa is
Yes.
so rich,
Tell
and I
them.
love that. The diversity in our cultures, in our language, in our skin tones, our hairs. It's so beautiful. It's incredibly beautiful. And the way beauty has been represented out there for us, I'm proud that right now, especially now in 2024, we have literally put our foot down and say, this is us and this is who we are. And
Yeah.
we are showing our culture, we're showing our diversity, we're showing our languages, our like it's so beautiful. And I pray that it grows even beyond the cultural aspect of it in the even into our economy, into our our resources, and just coming together as Africa and just selling the world. I mean, selling Africa to the world. But our culture and our diversity and our humanity and unity makes me very proud to be African. And yeah, I think I've covered Botswana, right? That's the
Yeah,
part
you
about
could.
Botswana that I like, that we are shy
Yeah.
people. Some might say our development is very slow, but that slowness, there's power in being slow. There's power in being slow.
True. True. You always get there
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good things happen to those who wait. It's a
True.
slow process. Yeah, there's no employment, there's no this and that and all that, but I feel like it's for a good reason. It's for a good reason, and I love that about my country.
Wow. So, just one bonus question about Botswana. Since you moved from there and you came here, you do you feel the people you found in China who are your countrymen are different? Because you said you're shy, you're united, you're this, you're that. Are they
I think
different
it's
because
still the same.
there is no difference?
We're still the same. Hey, actually, last week. I think a week ago when we had that labor holiday.
Yeah.
So Botswana and Nanjing came together, and we we had like a braai. We're still the same. We're still the
Wow.
same. Yeah. Maybe there might be few individuals there and there who are maybe into the hustle life of just getting things and making their lives in like individually better. But
Yeah.
when I saw us together, we're still the same. We think the same. We talk about the same thing. We're chilled people. Very very chilled. Very
Yeah.
chilled. When there's a group of like Africans together, if you're not aware of countries, named countries, you would never know that Botswana is there.
True. That's
When
true.
you're in a group of people, I mean, different Africans, you will know that a Nigerian is in the house. You will definitely know
True.
that a South African is in the house. Like they
There
have
is a
that, they have
Congolese
that
in
their
the
own
house.
beautiful
Yeah.
proudness and eagerness that they have. But Botswana, unless you walk up to a person, hey, where are
That's
you from?
cute.
Oh, I'm from Botswana. Oh, you're from Botswana. So yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the episode. Thank you for joining us and thank you for the advice. I feel like self awareness and self love is really important. If you tuned in with us today, I
I'm
hope you
sorry,
can
Doreen.
pick up a
It
few
was
points and
breaking, hey?
yeah.
Yeah, now it's clear. Now it's
Oh my
clear.
god.
It's
Okay.
okay. It's
All
okay. Now
right.
it's
I
clear.
just okay, yeah. I was saying that I really had a great time with this episode. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your great advice. And thank you for your content. I don't know. I just find your content entertaining and just keep being you and don't let go of your passions because your passions are what people are looking up to. And if you tuned in with us today, if you're watching this, keep being you and you can pick a leaf from our guest today. Be self aware and always have self love. Thank you
Yeah,
so
and
much,
have
Lonnie.
fun with yourself. Enjoy your being. Enjoy who you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Thank you. Have a great
Thank you
time.
so much, Doreen. Thank you so much for having me. It was such an honor, and I appreciate everything.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you so
Okay.
much. All right.
Bye.
Good night.
Good
Bye.
night. Good evening.
Good night. Good night. Thank you.
All
I
right.
had a
Bye.
wonderful time.
Mm.
Bye.